Be the light, Iqbal's message for poets, thinkers, and leaders. Have you ever stopped to think, what is the purpose of your life? Are you here just to exist, to admire the light of others, or are you here to be the light? This is the question that Allama Iqbal asks us in his profound poem Shama, our Shair, The Candle and the Poet. It's not just a conversation between a flame and a thinker, it's a lesson about sacrifice, purpose, and the true role of those who seek to inspire society. If you are a poet, a writer, a speaker, a leader, or anyone who wants to bring change, this message is for you. So let's explore this masterpiece and understand the deep wisdom hidden within Iqbal's words. In this poem, the candle represents sacrifice. It burns, it gives light, but in doing so, it destroys itself. Think about it. How many great people in history have followed this path? Prophets, revolutionaries, freedom fighters, scholars, they all understood that true greatness does not come from comfort, but from giving everything for a cause greater than oneself. Iqbal uses the candle to remind us, if you want to lead, you must be ready to give rather than just take. If you want to guide others, you must be ready to sacrifice your own comfort. If you admire the light, you must also be willing to burn for it. This is a challenge, not just to poets, but to all of us. Are we willing to dedicate ourselves to something bigger than our personal desires? Now let's talk about the poet, the Shair, who sits in front of the candle. At first he simply admires the light. He is drawn to its beauty, but the candle speaks to him. It challenges him. It asks him, will you only admire the light, or will you become a source of light yourself? Iqbal is making a profound statement here. Poetry, art, literature, these are not just meant to be beautiful. They are meant to awaken minds, ignite passion, and guide nations. Think about the role of a poet in history. True poets do not just entertain, they lead movements, they challenge oppression, they awaken entire generations. Iqbal is telling us that words alone are not enough. They must have purpose, they must bring change. But this poem is not just for poets, it's for anyone who wants to bring change. Whether you are a teacher, a writer, an activist, or even just someone who wants to make a difference in your family or community, this message is for you. Iqbal is asking, are you a passive observer, or are you an active participant in shaping the world? Because the truth is, societies do not change by themselves. They change because of those who choose to take responsibility, who choose to burn like the candle to bring light to others. But let's be honest, not everyone wants to follow this path. Sacrifice is difficult. Commitment is exhausting. Standing up for what is right often comes with opposition. Many people prefer to stay in the shadows, to admire the light of others, but never light their own flame. Iqbal is addressing this hesitation. He is saying, you have a choice. Either you remain just a spectator, or you step forward and become a force for change. And yes, it will be hard. Yes, it will require effort. But nothing truly great has ever been achieved without struggle. So, how do we apply this lesson to our daily lives? Here's what we can do. 1. Find your purpose. What cause do you believe in? What are you passionate about? 2. Use your voice. Whether through writing, teaching, or speaking, share ideas that inspire change. 3. Be willing to sacrifice. Greatness requires dedication. Are you willing to commit to something bigger than yourself? 4. Surround yourself with light. Be with people who uplift and inspire, who push you towards your best self. Iqbal's message is simple. Do not just admire the light, be the light. As we end, I leave you with this thought. Every great movement, every revolution, every transformation in history started with one person who chose to light the way. Will you be that person? Because the world does not need more spectators. It needs leaders, thinkers, and changemakers. So take inspiration from Iqbal. Do not just watch the candle burn. Become the flame that lights the future. Thank you for joining me today. If this message inspired you, share it. Let's spread awareness, let's awaken minds, and let's choose to be the light. If you want to hear more about Iqbal's philosophy, wisdom, and vision for a better world, make sure to subscribe and stay connected. Until next time, keep learning, keep leading, and most importantly, keep shining.